What's a Southern girl? It's waking up before the sun rises. It's raising a farm, growing a garden, and cooking a home-cooked meal. It's loving the simple things in life like the dirt roads that lead you home. It's working hard to get what you want. It's hanging your own stands, breaking your own ground, and strategizing every little move for that one moment when everything you've worked for is standing right in front of you. Even if I fail a million times, I keep pushing myself till I'm exhausted, filthy, and about to give up. And that's when the adrenaline hits.
Oh, I'm so happy. It is freezing. It's like, what, are we at 19 degrees now out here? 15 degrees? Absolutely brutal hunt, but worked out perfect. I self-filmed it, and I'm just so happy to be tagged out. It's been just a couple of days that the season opened, and I've been hunting really hard. I actually hunted Kansas 12 days in a row before I came here, and so I was really hoping to have some luck, and we made it happen this morning.
It's finally deer season again, which means I can breathe again. This year we have 2 shooter bucks we're after in Kansas, and we've got hundreds of pictures of them. I just need one of them to walk out in front of me this season. Now, one of these bucks is a total monster. Shaq is definitely at the very top of my hit list, but I can assure you if Charlie, the other buck, walks out in front of me, we all know what's gonna go down. Now, we have a spot in Kansas we like to call the honey hole. In reality, we have a ton of spots that we call the honey hole, but this spot is the spot I have seen the absolute most mature bucks on their feet at, and when the conditions are right, we all sit and fight over who gets to hunt that spot. Now, there are 2 ways to get to this spot, but in order to get in there downwind and undetected, we gotta get a little wet. So Josh, my cameraman, he's basically a lot just like me. He's always running late, and he's always forgetting something. And today, it's his hunting boots. So it looks like the purple shoes are coming to the woods with us. We get set up in our set, and we start seeing deer left and right.
This segment's been brought to you by Blackbriar, specializing in weapons manufacturing, design, and modification. Veteran-owned and operated. Learn more at blackbriarnv.com. And by Zinnick.
Range 54 is located at 5725 East Kellogg Drive in Wichita, Kansas. We offer a huge selection of pistols, rifles, and shotguns. We also offer the very best in targeting systems and training facilities anywhere in the state. Our classes include a women's basic pistol class taught by women. Our mission is to develop responsible gun owners by providing ongoing training in a dynamic and safe venue. Stop by and see us today or check us out online at range54.com.
At Blackbriar, we offer the most reliable, customized firearms available. We take the time to understand your mission requirements, offer suggestions, and determine your maintenance and training needs. Blackbriar is different from other manufacturers because we don't want to just sell weapons and weapons accessories. Our commitment doesn't end after the sales transaction is complete. At Blackbriar, your mission will become our mission. You! Learn more at blackbriarnv.com.
This segment's brought to you by Countryside Motors in Wellington, your local Chevrolet, Hustler, and Polaris dealer. And by Mr. Heater.
As it starts getting later, I knew we were about to start losing camera light. Unfortunately, when we're in the woods, it starts getting darker on our cameras way before we actually lose shooting light. So I'm thinking to myself, let's start packing up our gear, and I so much as finished my thought, and I hear something in the woods to our left, and it sounds like it's getting closer. I can tell there's a buck, and he is headed our way, and as long as this buck stays on the path that he's headed, this is gonna get good. This buck makes his way over and stops broadside 25 yards in front of my stand. Now I draw my bow back and I am just shaking like a leaf. My knees feel like they are about to give out. I'm sweating. Now, I've never really made a shot with a bow where I have just felt like it was a perfect shot. So I am just jacked up.
It's like opening week of Kansas, and I'm pretty sure I just smelled really nice smoke. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
we decide to head back so we can review the footage and give this buck a little bit of time and we can get together a game plan.
We just got back out here to where I shot this buck tonight. I'm so excited, but I am like still so nervous. From the footage, it was pretty grainy because it was getting pretty dark and it looked like I smoked him, but see if we can at least find an arrow or some blood, just something.
After looking around for my arrow and some sign of blood, we decide, you know what, let's back out. We do not want to push this buck. We'll come back out here in the morning when we've got better light and see if we can't find him. Now, it is a long and sleepless night for me. If you've ever shot a buck and had to leave it overnight, I can tell you it is the worst night's sleep you will ever get. And all you do is sit there and you replay that shot over and over and over again in your head. Then you start questioning yourself, did I make a good shot? Did I hit that buck? Where did I hit that buck? Hunting problems.
It's the next morning. I just shot an awesome buck last night, and we are headed out to see if we can try and find it. We couldn't find the arrow last night, and we didn't hardly find any blood, but we only went in about 50 yards, so I am just hoping he's out here. It has been a long and sleepless night, and I just hope we made the right decision by backing out last night and that we recover this buck.
This segment's brought to you by Evolution Outdoor. Learn more at evolutionoutdoordesign.com and by Nose Jammer.
Come on out to the country. Countryside Motors in Wellington. We're the largest Chevy, Buick, Polaris, and Hustler dealer in the area. Come on out to the country for low pressure and low prices. Check out our inventory online at countrysidemotors.net. We've got it all. Cars, trucks, and SUVs, new and used. ATVs, side-by-sides, and industry-leading Hustler mowers. We also offer certified service for all brands we carry. Come on out to the country. Countryside Motors in Wellington.
We buy used sports equipment. Right now, we'll pick up your exercise equipment and pay you on the spot. We're buying treadmills, ellipticals. We're buying stationary bikes and weights. Call us now at 729-0300 for a quote. We'll come to you, pick it up, and pay you right on the spot. Play it again sports at the corner of Central and Tyler.
Play it again sports!
This segment has been brought to you by Tall Tines Taxidermy and by Bow Dagger, standing up for your bow.
Now, we spend the entire next morning and all of the afternoon looking for this buck, and I'm not finding anything. I can't find my arrow. I can't find a drop of blood. So I am just absolutely sickened. I've got 5 different people out here in the woods, and we're all looking. We have spread out and looked over almost this whole property, and we're not coming across anything.
I feel really sick about this buck. It sucks pretty bad.
Now, if you've ever lost a buck, you know how bad of a feeling that is. As a hunter, the last thing we ever want to do is wound a deer, but with bow hunting, it can happen. But the good signs here are I'm not finding my arrow, I'm not finding any blood, so we're thinking that after looking at the footage, maybe I just hit a tree limb. You know, it's so hard to tell because the footage was so grainy, we were losing light so fast. All I can do is hope and pray is that this buck is okay and that he turns back up.
we never found my buck today. It's been a depressing, very depressing day. We didn't find an arrow, didn't find a drop of blood. Felt like a perfect shot, looked like a perfect shot on camera, but that's just part of hunting. So we actually are hunting out here on the Oklahoma-Kansas border. So tonight we're going to jump over to Oklahoma. We're going to hunt a new spot that I've got out here that I've been dying to hunt this year. I figured why not hunt a spot that I think is going to be good and try to make up for a bad evening last night. So hopefully we actually can actually put something down tonight. I don't know. I just hope that buck turns up. We're going to go and look again tomorrow, but we've looked all day today. I just got to get it out of my head and get focused on tonight's hunt. So tonight, if we see a doe, we're laying her down. If we see a big buck, he's going down. We ain't got time for this no finding blood, no finding arrows stuff.
We have an abundance of does on this property, and part of proper deer management is thinning out your doe herd. To make it into this set, we have a long walk, but I'd rather walk a long ways than risk busting a deer and ruining our hunt before it even starts. We make it out to the stand and start working on setting up all of our gear. Sitting there, something keeps hitting me in the head, and I cannot figure out what it is, but it's falling off of this tree.
Well, I'm gonna try and shoot a doe tonight if I can. We're really going for a big buck, but I'm definitely not against a doe. But we've got these like things falling out of the tree we're sitting in. So I'm Googling to see if it's a pecan tree. Do deer even like pecans?
Well, heck yeah, I bring Google to the woods with me. I mean, you never know when you're going to need to check your deer facts.
This segment has been brought to you by Mr. Heater and by Carbon Express arrows.
If you're looking to buy or sell that perfect piece of land, contact the Jeff Blueball Real Estate Team with Keller Williams Hometown Partners. Whether it's just tillable farm ground, a riverway, or hunting ground in an area for producing monster whitetails, we can find the property to fit your outdoor needs. Visit their website today to sign up for the hot property leads at jeffblueball.com or contact him directly at 316-640-0656.
Range 54 is located at 5725 East Kellogg Drive in Wichita, Kansas. We offer a huge selection of pistols, rifles, and shotguns. We also offer the very best in targeting systems and training facilities anywhere in the state. Our classes include a women's basic pistol class taught by women. Our mission is to develop responsible gun owners by providing ongoing training in a dynamic and safe venue. Stop by and see us today or check us out online at range54.com.
This segment is brought to you by Vanguard. Cutting-edge products made for your hunt. And by Muck Boot Company.
Before I knew it, this doe is right underneath us. Most of the time, you're worried about getting a deer in close enough to make a shot. But in this case, I didn't want to risk spine shotting this doe, so I was hoping she wasn't going to stay underneath our stand for long. Finally, she crosses around to the other side of my tree and stops at about 10 yards.
Really wanted to get some backstrap in the freezer, so we got the job done. We eat what we hunt, that's right.
Success feels so good after the night we had last night. Even if it's just a doe, it's another one out of the herd. We've still got several more we need to take off this property, but we've got a good start. The good news too is Charlie ended up showing back up on one of our feeders a couple nights later after I had shot at him, and he wasn't wounded, didn't look like he had even been hit. So once the temps start to cool back down, I am headed back out to Kansas and I'm going back after that buck.
It was a pretty good weekend. Shot a great buck Friday night. We got out there pretty late though because the cameraman forgot his camera. So we had to go back to the barn, get the camera, make it back out there. Finally got set up, and what do you know, right before dark, one of the bucks we were after, Charlie, walks in and gave me what I thought was a perfect 20-yard shot. And I thought I smoked him. I mean, the footage looks like I smoked him. We both thought I smoked him, but apparently when you don't find an arrow and you don't find any blood, that's not a good sign. So we looked and looked and looked and never had any luck. So we ended up hunting again last night. Ended up taking down a really nice doe over here in Oklahoma, which we needed to get rid of some does. So that was mission accomplished. And we got meat on the table. We got backstrap in the freezer. The cameraman wanted him some meat, so he got some. But now I'm just making sure my bow is sighted in because I am headed to Texas tomorrow to see if I can't shoot a buck down there. Then we'll come back and see if we can't try and get our Kansas tag filled in. So season's not over. It's early season still. It's just now beginning of October. So rut hasn't even kicked in yet. I am so ready for that. But Kansas is going to get good here in the next few weeks. We'll get the job done.